I even didn't try alternative financing because I was tapped out, already credit card maxed out on the trying to renovate another building. And we understand, okay, could be a strategy, me and my wife, and we're like, let's draft it.
Greetings, well builders. Welcome to Get Diversified, your go-to podcast for all things real estate investments.
I'm Jacqueline.
Melvin Landry. We're thrilled to embark on this wealth building journey with you.
Imagine this. What if your investments not only secure your future, but also unlock a life of financial freedom? That's what we're diving into on this show. Apartment buildings, storage facilities, mobile home parks, the whole shebang.
But here's the kicker. It's not just about investing. It's about crafting a legacy, building memories with your loved ones, and seizing every moment. Time is the currency of life. And let's be real, none of us wants to waste.
We've got the insights, experience, and dash of excitement to spice up your investing game. Plus, we'll throw in some real-life stories that'll make you see the potential in every brick and mortar.
Subscribe, buckle up, and get ready to turn your investments into a ticket to financial freedom. Together, we're not just building wealth, we're building the community of savvy investors. Let's get diversified.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Get Diversified. I am your host, Jacqueline Landry, and I have Alex Kononov with me as my guest today. So welcome to the show, Alex.
Thank you for having me, Jacqueline. I really appreciate it. I love your podcast, and it's a lot of information, a lot of good tips you're giving out to people, and it's an honor to be here.
Fantastic. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to try to do an introduction on you, Alex, and then I'll let you fill in the blanks. Okay. All right. So Alex is a real estate investor, entrepreneur, and founder of UWise, an AI native real estate deal-making platform. Starting with $30,000 saved from his W-2 job, he began investing in 2018 with his first BRRRR and scaled to 30 units. We'll talk about what BRRRR is later. With 2 years by focus on value-add opportunities and strategic refinancing. He later transitioned into commercial multifamily, becoming a co-GP on a 105-unit property in 2021. Alex also hosts the Path of Progress podcast and created UWise after seeing firsthand how slow and fragmented traditional underwriting can be, building a platform that helps investors analyze deals, create offers, manage deal flow faster and smarter, which we all need because we don't have more time. So Alex, fill in the gaps as to what I missed on your introduction.
Oh my God, it was so detailed. I don't know what else to add here, but I can go into details on the first stages. Let's break it down on stages, how I started, just to give it feel to people, like what I'm talking about, where I'm coming from. And then, of course, I'd like to talk about the apps that we built. I think it's groundbreaking and very important for people to understand what we're doing.
Fantastic. Go for it.
Well, I started very traditional path, right? In 2018, actually 2017, I got married, discovered Bigger Pockets podcast, and I heard about the strategy, BRRRR strategy. And to answer your question, what is BRRRR strategy? It's a buy, rehab, rent, refinance, and repeat. A very simple strategy when you think about it, but the idea is you have to buy it right. And I have a mathematic background. I have actuarial and financial mathematics master's degree from Ukraine, and I love numbers. This is my passion. And first, I understand that I need to buy the right property. At that time, I live in Boston, so nothing pencil in Boston. I couldn't touch any single property. I had only 30,000 in my pocket, and I didn't know what to do. So I was looking and looking. First year on the road, 100 properties. I gave up on Boston. I'm like, okay, we have to look elsewhere. First, natural, you looking out of state, you talking to relatives, talking to friends who doing what. When you're already looking in real estate, you start networking. Like subconsciously, you're like, okay, I have to talk about it. You have to ask what other people doing. That's what I did. And my relative brought me a deal in central North Carolina, North New Jersey, central New Jersey. I don't know why North Carolina. And it was in Trenton, New Jersey, and it was duplex. So we got a duplex. Very cheap. It was 2018, but it was a hoarder house.
How much was it, Alex?
It was 30,000.
3,000. Okay, that's the kind of stuff we buy.
It's interesting. I had 2 exits there, and I just sold it for 275 last week.
Wow, fantastic.
But the story is okay. We got it, but the problem was the hoarder house. So when you walk, and no one wanted it, it just the smelliest house on the block. And you walk, was pile of trash on one side, pile of trash on the other side. You don't know where is the kitchen, the bathroom, because you just a walk pass through the from the entrance to the back door, and you just trying to figure out, okay, this could be kitchen, this probably bedroom. And yes, we took it. We probably took like, I don't know, 8 dumpsters of trash from that, just trash alone. And we done everything there. It was plumbing, electrical, some roofing, and regional. And I've done all mistakes, so don't think that I was like lucky on the first deal that it was so easy for me. I live in Boston, 5 hours from Trenton, New Jersey, and I lost general contractor, number one. I lost another general contractor. I lost one of the partners that was in the deal, that trying to take advantage of us not being there. And so we have to get rid of a partner. We have to get rid of contractors. We lost a deposit with contractor because he just disappeared. This is a one number thing in the books that you read, guys. Do not give deposits to contractors, especially if you don't know them. But listen, we didn't know better. And instead of 3 months, it took us 8 months. I had to personally drive from Boston to New Jersey to supervise this construction with subcontractors and finish and talk to the city. But in 8 months, we got a proof of concept. We were able to cash out, refinance. One apartment paid all the expenses, and another one clean cash flow. So that was beautiful. It was appraised, I think, at 150 ish, 160, 150, and we took out all the capital from the deal. No money, like zero money. So infinite return moving forward, and we got a cash flow like $1,200 per month from that property. So that was a beautiful start.
That's awesome. And hat off to you for number one, not quitting. With going through a lot of times when people first get into real estate, what they do, of course, is, they quit and they go, "Wow, I guess this isn't for me." Throw all the papers up, right? But you got to stick with it, and you got to figure out how to make it happen, and that's how we learn. So I know we've learned a lot, and I'm sure every failure that you've had have just built upon you as an individual and helping you through your journey. So hats off to you on that. So what happened after the first duplex?
Funny you mentioned people just putting hands up and like, let's sell it. Actually, my partner, my relative, he wanted to sell it at some point. He like, I don't want to deal with it anymore. I'm just, let's sell it. Let's just put it in the market. I'm like, no, we have to finish. Numbers work, so we have to stick to it. So after that, me and my wife, we bought a tree family in Fort Lee, New Jersey. It's right next to George Washington Bridge. So we moved from Boston to New Jersey, and we house hacked. So we lived in the middle unit, and we rented upstairs and downstairs, and we lived for free for the next 3 or 4 years.
That's great.
That enabled us to invest more money into rental properties. The same year, so in 2019, I got my three family, and I got another duplex in Trenton. But since I was there that year alone, in 2019, I underwrote 500 properties. This is a number that I had in my bigger pockets calculator. I was like relentless. Every single thing that came up in the market, on market, off market, wholesaler, I was there. I was driving all the neighborhoods. I was getting to know the areas and everything around it. And in 2019, I found a 7 unit. That was another interesting story. And I already have a couple flips. I have a proof of concept, so I will feel very comfortable with what I'm doing. And I already negotiated another duplex, so 7 unit duplex, and at the same time, the 7 unit, it was only 3 units occupied, very bad shape, but in a good part of the city. Like, okay, it's on the border with Ewan, and I know someone from New Jersey will understand. In Ewan is already a nice area. Houses cost like almost twice, 50% at least more. And the story was that they trying to sell it for 350,000, and it's been on the market for some time. I got a lead again. It was market listed property, and what's interesting on that property is that I didn't have money already. I didn't. I was tapped out, and I definitely tried. It's commercial now, so commercial is a different animal. Over 5 unit, guys. It's a commercial multifamily, and it's different appraisal, different learning curve how to do it. But I'm like, okay, I can do any renovation. I got it. And we talked to the broker, and I see the property, understanding the condition is not as good as I wanted to, but I still wanted to do the project. And long story short, I drive in my home. I'm like, how am I going to do it? And I'm hearing Bigger Pockets podcast, and they talk about seller financing strategy. And I'm like, what is self-financing strategy? It'll be good for it probably. I think it will be good. I even didn't try alternative financing because I was tapped out. Already credit card maxed out on the trying to renovate another building, and we understand. Okay, this is could be a strategy. Me and my wife, and we're like, let's draft it. This is, I don't know, before AI, 2019. We Google research how to do it, and we draft a nice explanation letter. And I'm reaching out to the broker. Hey, can we offer seller financing? Like, no way, it's not gonna happen. Don't waste your time. Don't waste my time. It's not gonna happen. Like, okay, let me try. Then we go back and forth, and I took over conversation. Seller was CC to the email, and I'm like directly bypassing broker and like to the seller, hey, listen, here's what I'm offering. This is seller financing. This is the only thing you can sell it here. And I'm just outlining, hey, this is our terms. This is how much money you can make. This is what we offer. We offer 10% down, 5% interest rate for 4 years. And he said yes. He said, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
And it's cool. It took us, I don't know, 3 to 4 months to negotiate and without all the questions and to close it. But we closed in 2020. We put 10% down, and we actually brought price down to 270.
That's
So
fantastic.
that
I think with seller finance, those two words freak people out, right? They don't quite understand what it means. It's not traditional. Brokers don't realize that they can still get a commission if you build it into your deal structure. And it's very beneficial to the seller, depending on what they need. If they're interested in cash flow, that it's a consistent cash flow, right? There's very little risk on their end, right? And you don't make a payment, guess what? They get the property back. So I think a lot of it is really just educating, potential sellers or sellers, just, a lot of the benefits from it.
Yes, and that's what we did. We outlined pros and cons. Hey, listen, deferred capital tax gains. You get income, and you get your price what you wanted, and we given you monthly income. So it was a good selling point. At the end of the day, I don't think now I'm a reverse engineer and no one could have bought it because it was such a bad shape. It was just too small for bridge loan. No lenders wanted to touch it because it was 270,000, what it is. And it's bigger for smaller guys because they still playing in 1 to 2 units for like 7 units, too big of an animal in terms of renovation, etc. But we did it. And listen, it wasn't an easy project either. I had to done everything there. And when I closed on it, you know what happened? COVID hit. I closed in January 2020. Another property I closed in March 2020. And right after closing, next week hit COVID. But I have taxes, New Jersey. I don't know if you know, is a pretty high there. I paid like $1,100 per month in taxes alone. I have insurance, $500 per month, and I had a seller carry, I think $1,200 per month, something like this. And imagine, I'm already like spread too thin, and it's, little project here, there, another two family I got. And this one is just me and my wife. We want it to ourselves. Let's not have any partners. Let's simplify. I sold my watch. I was driving back and forth every day. And you know what? New Jersey had very high tolls. Everyone knows that New Jersey is crazy expensive tolls on the roads. And it was 1.5 hour road trip from Fort Lee, New Jersey to Trenton for me every day, back and forth, 3 hours almost on the road. And when COVID hit, instead of reducing tolls, New Jersey government decided, okay, let's increase. We don't have enough revenue, and increase 30% tolls during this time. So every day I was spending like, I don't know, $30 in tolls alone. Just
Wow.
single day. I was driving every day because I couldn't find contractors. Everyone was sitting home. And I was sitting home for some time, but then like, I have to move. I have to, because I have to pay all these liabilities, and I didn't want to, pause any payments to seller because I need this relationship with him, and I want him to trust me. I don't want any issues, and I don't want to lose a property, so I want to make sure he gets his payment every single month.
Yeah.
Um,
So audience out there who's listening to this, Alex spent tons of money on tolls, got off of his butt, drove an hour and a half, had bad partner relationships, had hoarders in his house, and it still didn't stop him. It's persistence, keep going, right? Any entrepreneur knows that just by starting off and doing these things, and realize that it's not an easy road to success ever. So Yeah.
100%. And it wasn't easy. We had to replace electrical, and when we start pulling, and I just was walking property. Of course, I didn't get an inspection because I was negotiating this hard, and I have my body contractors that like, okay, oh, we can do everything. Like, okay, that's fine, we'll do it. And then I started, peeling the onion cover and,
Yeah.
and skin, and so you understand how bad was it. The ceiling has 5 different ceilings, so it was drop down ceilings. It was old sheetrock. There was another, like, sheetrock was on a planks, wooden planks. There's another sheetrock, and there's this like old houses, metal, kind of, I
The
don't know,
drop
attachment.
ceilings.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they like glued to the ceiling. So like 5 different, and floors. It's the same story. I have 6 floors. I have somewhere picture like with a hole, and it's like 6 layers. Like it was a regular floor tile. On top of that, it like shaking. I guess it was leaks and plywood. Instead of replacing and fixing it, they put another plywood on top, and they decided it's a good idea to put stick tile on the top of plywood. Of course, it got rotten. Put another stick tile. Of course, it got rotten. Put another plywood. It was also like fun story. And the roof, the same thing. Like, okay, I'm almost done with the property, like in the end, and the winter hits, and I have to, I see the concrete around the house is bad, so I have to get the concrete truck. I framed it. I got the crew, and concrete truck going from the back of the property, and he's stuck in the mud. And we had guys going to Home Depot, getting the wheelbarrows, this concrete back
Oh
and forth.
no.
All right. So I had different experience, and then roof started leaking. When I was almost done, I'm like, okay, let's do roof. I don't have any more feelings about it. Let's just do it. And the roof has the same. If we put another layer of the roof, it would have collapsed under snow. It has like 6 different layers of 7 layers. I
Wow.
don't know. Of roofing material just laying on top, on top, on top, on top of it. So we had to do the right way. But yeah, that was
Wow.
an experience. And then, long story short, I finished, instead of 4 years, I finished in a year and a half. I cash out refinance. It appraised around 700,000, and I got my equity in the building, and I also got all my money back for renovation of wherever I put in the building, and I got like some extra money. I don't know, 50 or 100,000, and I still got equity in it. And actually, I'm in the process of selling it right now.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you grew in a year and a half, you grew to 30 units?
2 years, exactly. I started in fall 2019. In fall 2020, I was on the contracts for the remaining parts of 30 units. When I was working my 7 unit, I met a neighbor with his 3 unit. I really wanted him to sell it, and he, in the middle of COVID, he just sold it. And he's like, "Okay, I have more houses here. You want to take it all?" I'm like, "Sure, let's check it out," and
Yeah,
we got it
yeah.
a really good deal.
Jacqueline and Melvin, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to listen to this episode of Get Diversified. Please make sure to subscribe to our podcast so you don't miss out on future episodes. Finally, stop by our website and follow us on social media. Ciao for now. Make it a great day, and we'll see you next time. And remember, get diversified.